Were you smoking when you said you better than Nas?
He came right out the gate. Somebody needs to go and get Jim Jones. He claims he's better than Nas. What is he talking about? Let's talk about it.
Yes, yes. The rebel came to ball, fresh from the ball, back to the wall with my hands on my.
All right, y'all, we've got the footage right here. If you guys don't know, your boy Jim Jones been talking that smack. You know that rapper that sings that song, "We fly high, no lie, you know this, ballin'." You know that song back in the days? That was Jim Jones's only hit, in my opinion. If it wasn't for the Diplomats, I feel like I wouldn't have listened to Jim Jones. Then he has a 1-2 song like Certified Gangster that I messed with. But other than that, compared to Nas, what are you smoking, my guy? Let's see what Shannon Sharpe and other people have to say about it, because this is ridiculous.
Were you smoking when you said you better than Nas?
He came right out the gate. He's like, were you smoking? Were you on some kind of drugs when you said that you's better than Nas? And look at Shannon Sharpe's face. He's serious. Like, yo.
A little bit. Well, as far as let's get this right. I'm way more influential than Nas, and I don't care what nobody say. I know I made it.
No, Jim Jones, please don't do this. I like Jim Jones. Don't be setting the capos after me. I mess with you, but bro, I have to call you out. You out of line for this one. You out of line.
I know I made a little boo-boo when you talk about the sales and all this type of shit. I don't feel like getting into that rhetoric about where I started and where he started.
Well, you said that
but listen, Nas was nice when I was in high school. When I was in 10th grade, Nas came out. Mm-hmm. Nas was dope. We appreciated him. He had a little bit of run. But Nas always came up second to Jay and DMX and all these other people. Like,
ain't no shame in that. There a lot of mofos came up second to Tom Brady.
He never had that type of influence.
Yeah, Nas may have came out second, but you're not even on the list. You know what I mean? You wouldn't even be on the list.
It's on us, except for his first album. I already told you, I used to want to dress like Nas because he had a lot of fresh clothes that the hustlers used to wear and shit, and we used to see him on TV. He had one of the illest albums of all time. And then in high school when he had the barbecue and shit like that. So I'm a real fan of Nas, but he kind of lost me after the movie Belly and shit like that. Like, I don't.
Man, go ahead on with that, Jim.
I'm trying to.
Oh my goodness! Did you not just diss Belly? Belly is one of my favorite movies back in the days growing up. I could relate to that movie, and you're really gonna say he fell off after Belly? Oh man, Jim. Oh man, I don't know what to say, man.
I tell you, I'm being honest. You ask me, I'm being a fan. I'm telling you, the movie Belly was fire, but after that, he kind of lost me. I think we was way too much into the game. Remember how this goes? You ever heard of a Kufi list?
Yeah.
Yo, go back into your history and find out what happened between us and him. You dig? And I'm not trying to repeat history, but don't play with us when it comes to that, bro. We already went wild on them boys. You heard? We the ones that went wild on them boys. You heard?
Hey, Jim.
Yo, and people out here acting like I said I'm gonna bring the Kufi list back. I just told you I'm gonna change that step of the law. Can you dig?
Nah, look. I'm putting it like
I don't think y'all remember what the Kufi list.
Hey, bro, you been in this thing, but lyrically. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
Yeah, but look how you dress. Look how you dress. You don't even be in the same places I be in. And
you see, this is wrong. Shannon Sharpe just said, Nas is more lyrical than you. And Jim Jones replies and says, look at the way you dress. We're not gonna be in the same places. Just because somebody dresses differently doesn't mean their opinion on how lyrical someone is gonna make a difference. That he's reaching with that argument.
Be in the church house. You can't ever Nas lyrics. I don't know who told you that. Now look, y'all know you on that good stuff, but you're not seeing Nas. You're not seeing Nas, bro. Let's be real.
You got a bunch of 40 and 50-year-olds in their panties because I said I'm better than Nas.
It don't matter.
Look at you. Look at
bro, you ain't got 40 to 50-year-olds saying that. You got 20-year-olds saying that too.
Nobody from Dipset gonna take you over Nas. Nobody from the Diplomats but you.
Hold on, Jim. Hold on.
That shirt too tight.
Hold on.
Jim. You want to go back to I really mean it? I really mean it started. We could go back to the history, bro.
But you didn't even say that, bro.
Don't do that, bro. That should be sticking up for Nas.
I got a question.
Let Nas stick up for himself and meet me in a booth for something if we want to do something historical.
Nas say he don't do that no more. Nas say he don't do that
because he got $100 million. He's a very
Nas would never make a song with Jim Jones, in my opinion. I feel like they're two separate genres of hip hop for Nas to even care to do it. But for good publicity, I think it would be a good look to make them a little bit hot again.
Very wealthy man. You heard he's a very smart businessman. He got a couple business flicks.
Hold on. Jimmy, hold on. I got a question. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on, Jim. Hold on. I got a question. This you do, Jimmy, and anything that you do, right, I've heard you preach it all the time, right? When you was playing football, your first thing you always say, ain't nobody here better than me.
Tell him again.
You done told me that story a million times. Wait, listen to me now.
Fuck you think I'm gonna be second to anybody in this world?
Jimmy. Jimmy, stay with me real quick. Stay with me now. Stay with me now. But I'm just saying that mentality, isn't that how you supposed to feel? Isn't that how you supposed to feel?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, just because you're supposed to feel some way doesn't mean it's true. You can feel any way you want. Doesn't mean it's true. For example, one of my favorite rappers is Cassidy. He lost his battle raps, but he still thinks that he's a 5,000-0, that he won every rap battle, even though he lost in HD.
When you was on the field, you thought you was better than T.O. and Moss?
Hell yeah, what you mean?
Man,
I ain't gonna say it out loud.
You done came on here and say, I ain't better than Moss, I'm not better than T.O., I'm not better than Rice. You said that.
I'm not playing the game no more.
But you wasn't. When you was playing.
That's the difference.
Hey, Jim, while you talking, you need to get with the law. Jalen them done cooked y'all at the verses.
I'm still playing.
Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that Nas is better than Jim Jones? And if you think they went to rap battle right now, do you think that Jim Jones would win a versus against Nas? Let us know in the comments down below. Because, I think Jim Jones is capping. Even though I like Jim Jones, I think this is really good marketing for him. But I don't think he really thinks that, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, peace.